What's going on, guys? So as you saw by the thumbnail, I have another haul video. Steve just recently got some Afnan fragrances that I wanted. I had planned to get Club de Nuit Sillage, and I happened to see an Acqua de Parma fragrance I've been kind of having my eye on and finally pulled the trigger on. So what are we talking about? Of course, Afnan Supremacy in Oud. Supposed to be a fantastic Oud for Greatness clone. Afnan Supremacy Noir. Supposed to be similar to Bottega Veneta, which I've never smelled. And then Armaf Club de Nuit Sillage, Silver Mountain Water Clone, as popular as they come. And like I said, the Acqua de Parma fragrance is Colonia Pura. All affordable stuff, this being the most expensive at $60, but still for a quality, fresh citrus niche fragrance, that's cheap. So let's bust these open and see how they smell. Stay tuned. So I'll probably work my way from fresh to dark to not wear my nose out as quickly. This is only, sadly, but still fortunately at the same time, my second Acqua de Parma fragrance. I have Colonia Club. That is the other one that I have. I'm pretty excited to get this one. I've heard good things. I don't remember the note breakdown specifically. I know it's citruses and the typical stuff. Some of the Blue Mediterraneo fragrances I plan on getting at some point. Chinotto di Liguria, Bergamatto di Calabria. I plan on getting some of those later on. But for now, ooh, great atomizer. Nice spray and a half. Citrus and mint. Minty green leaf type of smell. Yeah, there's definitely mint in here. Beautiful, juicy citrus. Definitely get a little bit of a tart lemon. Not very tart, just a little bit. And it's kind of watery as well. This is super pleasing to the nose, I have to say. Eau de Cologne concentration, but I would assume it's probably going to be like a 5-ish hour fragrance on my skin, kind of like how Colonia Club is. That's an Eau de Cologne as well. I get about 5 to 6 hours. These natural oils, they tend to do pretty well on my skin. Well, these higher quality oils anyways. This is believable citrus. And there's a little bit of a green spice starting to creep in. This is super nice. Italian style cologne, it's full of citrus. It's very zesty, fresh, a little green and spicy. Very zesty. That spice is definitely starting to make it zesty. A little touch of wood in the backdrop, but it still has a bit of a watery appeal. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some watery notes in this fragrance. Very nice. Glad to grab it. Blind buy, obviously. All of these are blind buys. I haven't smelled any of these prior. So, so far, so good. Like I said, Steve's got it right now. 100 ml for $59.99. If you were interested in getting this one, that's, the most competitive of prices on the internet. And 'tis the season. It is summer at the recording of this. Boy, this is just easygoing. You can dress it up if you need to in high heat for sure, but wear anytime. This is a wear anytime fragrance. It's got a little bit more of a well put together, elegant vibe to it because of the quality, but nothing that's very serious either. You can go as casual as you'd like with this fragrance, in my opinion. It fits pretty much any vibe in the heat. This is beautiful stuff. I'm glad to have it. I'll do a full review later on this one, at some point anyways. Acqua de Parma, Colonia Pura. Working our way through fresh, might as well go with Club de Nuit Sillage next, because this would be the other freshest fragrance. The other two are darker fragrances, more cold weather type of stuff. That was a good pain in the ass. So, quick look at the box. Has that crackle design that the bottle has. I've seen pictures. I've never seen the bottle in person. 3.6 fluid ounces. Has the little Armaf card that's knocking Creed off. The fragrance is a Creed knockoff at the end of the day. That to the side. This is definitely going to be a fingerprint magnet. No doubt. Super reflective. This is going to be more of a fingerprint magnet than Club de Nuit Intense Man or Milestone. This is just going to, I mean, I'm probably getting nothing but fingerprints on it now. Actually, not as bad as I thought it would be. But Acqua de Parma's on this hand. Let's go on the other hand with Sillage and see what we get from it. Oop, sprayed right away. Give it another little half spray. That's very metallic. Very sharp and metallic. Out in the opening. Fresh. Very, very fresh. It soaked my hand. I wasn't expecting it to spray on the very first atomization, but this definitely is on another level from Al Rehab Silver. I mean, that's super low quality, you know, but it's still very fresh, metallic, a little more floral than this, but it's very watery. It's a nice, you know, somewhat of a clone of Silver Mountain Water. Wow, that is serious sheen on my hand. It's an eau de parfum, but that type of oil looks like it's a higher level eau de parfum. Like that's more than 15 or 18%. That might even be 20%. Watery citrus. It's a little inky. The black currant comes across a little inky here. It's got that black currant smell. I don't even know if that's in the notes. I don't have the notes in front of me. I didn't look beforehand. Definitely has that very, very fresh and watery feel. It still has a light floral tone. More of a white floral type of tone to it. Like maybe a jasmine, perhaps. Like I said, I'm not sure what the notes are. Just discussing how it smells to me. I could see why this has had so much hype behind it over the few years it's been out. It doesn't come across very, you know, chemically synthetic and harsh or anything like that. It's sharp and metallic, but it's not harsh at the same time. Like there's no, the edges that it has isn't too sharp. Like it's got an edginess to it for sure, but not in a bad way. This is super nice. This is really nice. Highest of quality? No, definitely not, but one that I can just sit here and sniff and sniff and sniff. This smells really good. I understand the hype behind it. And I know performance is going to be solid. They always are with this line from Armaf. There's definitely, I would like be willing to almost bet that there's some form of aquatic, marine, or watery note of some kind. More watery than marine. Marine's going to be more salty, sea breeze, oceanic, whereas watery is going to be just that. It's watery. It's a watery feel, almost like a juiciness, if you will. The citrus could be doing that. Could be a very watery citrus, but it smells like watery notes. Sorry, I keep saying watery. It's just what it is. I'm trying to describe it as it comes to me. This is really nice. I'm going to enjoy doing a review on this one. This one's going to be a joy to wear. Yeah, I'll probably do a review on this one before the Acqua de Parma fragrance. I like this. And it's definitely got to be a higher oil concentration. I mean, it has not calmed down at all. Yeah, this is super nice. Glad to finally have this. I think I paid like $33 or $34 from Steve. So, again, some of the best prices on the internet when it comes to Kingdom fragrances. So, Armaf Club de Nuit Sillage. Definitely smells really good. I guess next we'll check out Supremacy Noir from Afnan. This was only like $22, $21.98. Pine needles, like a bunch of green notes and leather. It was a very intriguing note breakdown. I've come to learn that this Supremacy line's pretty good quality as far as the quality of smell from the oils. And I don't know. I've heard Justin talk about Bottega Veneta for many, many times, and this is supposedly similar to it. And it's definitely much, much cheaper than trying to secure one of those bottles. So I figured for $22, this is worth rolling the dice to check out. Nobody really talks about it. I haven't seen any reviews or anything on it. It's just the note breakdown kind of intrigued me. After I got Supremacy Silver, I decided I needed to get more from this line. And beautiful bottle. Nice mirrored black finish. Going to be a fingerprint magnet, I am sure. But let's give it a spray. See what we're working with. Like I said, I remember the majority of the note breakdown. It's not super complex or anything. Two good sprays. That's definitely more of a fall-winter type of scent. Ooh. There's an earthy, spicy tone to this, and that pine needle, pine green note, or whatever the hell it is just jumping out. Very, very green. Green and spicy, a little astringent. There's something a little strange about it. This is different, but I like what I'm smelling. Super uber masculine, too. No floral tones, nothing soft about this. It's got some rough edges, but doesn't come across in a bad manner of any, like there's nothing. It's earthy, but it's not dirty. It's animalic, but not too much. Yeah, as it's settling in a little bit, it's getting animalic quick. This is nice. This is something you dress up. This is not a casual fragrance, in my opinion. What I'm smelling, you need to dress up. This is more situational, evening attire, daytime in the cooler months, if you're dressed at minimum semi-casual, semi-formal type of situation. Maybe business casual at its lowest. A lot of leather, and it's an animalic leather too. This is nice. This is really nice. It's nice and green. It's earthy. There's a little bit of wood in the backdrop. There's a muskiness here, but I feel like it's maybe coming from the leather with the animalic tone that it has. I don't necessarily think there's a bunch of musk in here because it's not super musky or anything, but there's a muskiness to it, and I think it's because the leather's coming across so animalic, so natural. It's got a natural smell to the leather. It doesn't come across as very synthetic, even though I know it is synthetic, and it's to make a leather accord. It's just that it's a combination of notes to make a smell of leather. So it's not like it's some natural rawhide that they made an oil out of, but I feel like they replicated it very damn well. It has a bit of a rawhide leather smell. It's very animalic without being too animalic or too challenging, but this is not a mass appealing fragrance. This is not something that would strike me as being super popular. This is more niche within a niche type of thing, because those of you that are active members of the fragrance community, we are a niche. A niche in that niche would be people that like more animalic fragrances that are more situational and more of an experience and a conversation starter than something that you just reach for, grab, wear for everything, go run errands, go to work, and everything like that. This is much more situational. Uber masculine, like I said before. This is really good. This is cheap too. God, this is cheap. $22. $22. Hard to beat. You know, Afnan has not let me down. I just started dabbling into this house more and more. I've only got a handful of fragrances from them. Most of them are this line. Actually, I think all of them are this line. Talk about good stuff and cheap. Good stuff and cheap. Yeah, this is a great green animalic leather fragrance. Hard to beat for $22. Last but certainly not least, the big dog in the show, Afnan Supremacy in Oud. So, similar line, that higher scale line that Not Only Intense is in. I would assume this is an extrait. Yes, extrait de parfum. Same packaging, just brown instead of graphite and black. So I have the highest of hopes for this particular one. I do have a decant of Oud for Greatness. It's not within arm's reach, so I can't just grab it at the moment, and I don't feel like going up and getting up and dig for it. So I know the scent pretty well. I have a few other clones, and then I do have, like I said, a decant of Oud for Greatness. So beautiful packaging, though. Get this to slide out. Beautiful pianoed finish. And this actually pops out. This is part of this. You'll see when I open it, this actually pops out. So you can, if you choose, you can display the bottle, which I do not. I leave everything intact, but the presentation is very, very nice on these. Bottle looks great. Put that to the side. You can actually see through the bottle. It's gradient, but also somewhat transparent. Brown to gold with the gold cap. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm pretty confident it's going to smell very good. I don't anticipate not liking it. So here we go. Sprayed right away. 2 good sprays is probably... I was going to say it's probably going to be a lot, and yeah, 2 sprays is a lot. Wow, this is powerful. So strong. That's definitely Oud for Greatness. Has that sweet oud smell, because Oud for Greatness is more of a mass appealing mainstream type of oud fragrance, even though it's a niche fragrance from Initio. Initio's, higher level, but it's not super challenging. It's a great beginner's oud, I guess you could say, and this is a great take on it. Wow, that quality is even better than Supremacy Noir. Afnan continues to impress me. They continue to impress me. They impress me more than Armaf does. And Armaf's got its share of really good ones, don't get me wrong, but Afnan, they do a little bit better. There's a slight smokiness to this. It's got that sweetness with that more designer level oud, more synthetic oud. It doesn't come across as a very natural oud, because it would be a little bit more funky if it was a natural oud. Oh, there's that light smokiness. It's a little ambery and warm. Damn, this is strong too. Extrait de Parfum. I'm sure it's going to last forever and ever and ever on my skin until I take a shower this evening, because I'm not going to scrub any of these off. They all smell great. I'm just going to smell like 5 different fragrances, because I have these 4 from the video, and I'm currently wearing Prada Luna Rossa Sport as my scent of the day. So I have an interesting sillage going on. Damn, this is... This might have to jump the line and be a sooner than later review. Yeah. It might have to jump the line, leaked a little bit. That's why I'm rubbing it on my shorts. It was on my finger. So the reason it leaked a little bit, I doubt it's the bottle. It's because I'm at such high altitude, pressure builds up once these things get into town. And you gotta release that pressure. And once you atomize it, the pressure starts seeping out. But that's why I was rubbing it. All of a sudden it's off screen and there's a rubbing motion. So the bottle leaked a little bit. But like I said, not the bottle's fault. It's the altitude's fault. But this one, again, just like with Not Only Intense, get it to focus so you guys can see on the sticker. See how it says Eau de Parfum at the top of the sticker? But on the box it's Extrait de Parfum. It's the exact same error that is on Supremacy Not Only Intense, where the sticker says Eau de Parfum, but the box says Extrait de Parfum. They are Extrait de Parfum. See right there, Extrait de Parfum. They are indeed Extrait de Parfum. They are above 25% oil concentration. I just don't know why they get it wrong on the stickers, but Oh, it's getting much more warm woody. That sweetness is calming down. There's a supportive spice the whole way through, but it's not a very spicy fragrance. And for those of you curious, this is $44.98, one of the cheapest you're going to find it for here in the States. I've seen it for $60+ in a lot of places on eBay, Amazon, stuff like that. Steve, I don't know if he's still got it in stock, but $45 you can get this, and it's a monster. Monster in performance. This is really, really strong. And it's definitely pretty spot on for oud for greatness. Like I said, it's got that more mainstream level oud. It's not funky. Nice supportive spice. There's a sweetness in the top that starts to settle down. It's got a warm ambery feel. Starts to dry into a warm wood because it is starting to dry a little bit, but this is damn good. This might have to jump the line and be one of the sooner than later reviews. Supremacy in oud. So let's give these all a quick first impressions rating. So in order, they've had a little time to dry down. As far as Colonia Pura from Acqua de Parma. Beautiful, zesty, fresh, and spicy. Natural smelling citrus. Believable and authentic. Just a great, easy grab for the summertime. This is every bit of a 7 out of 10. It's not a mind-blowing fragrance, but it just does the job. It's one of those fragrances that'll be a joy to wear. Really, really good stuff. Super happy to add it to the collection. I'll be wearing this one very soon. I'm sure it'll jump into the rotation. And like I said, I'll do a full review on all of these at some point, but 7 out of 10. Club de Nuit Sillage from Armaf. It's maintained that metallic tone. It's still very watery. It's actually stayed pretty linear so far. That oil sheen is still just going strong. I think performance is going to be bananas on this one as far as longevity for sure. It's a pleasure to smell. This rating could increase after I spend more time with it and do a full review, but I'm going to say this is a 7.5 out of 10 fragrance. This is even more enjoyable than the Acqua de Parma fragrance. It kind of tickles my fancy a bit more because it's just so fresh and metallic. I like a good metallic tone in a freshie. And they really captured it in this bottle. It's damn good to smell. Now, Supremacy Noir, kind of the wild card of the bunch. This is, it's got much more smoky leather type of smell in the dry down. Like I said, this is a dressy occasion. This is a much more bold fragrance than the rest, even more so, or at least as much as Supremacy and oud. This is stunning. It really is stunning, and it's the cheapest fragrance in this video. I really, really like this. This is a damn good green and smoky leather fragrance that's got some pretty strong animalic tone to it. I think this is an 8 out of 10. This is fantastic. This is great. This is a great fragrance. I'm so glad I rolled the dice on this one, because when I saw the notes, I was like, that intrigues me. And then when I saw the similar to was Bottega Veneta, I was like, well, I know Justin swears by that one. Over the years, he's had a lot of great things to say about it. I said, so if this is similar, it'll give me the idea of what to expect from that in the event I ever get a bottle. And this is a stunner. This is a show-out, dressier occasion fragrance. And finally, Supremacy and Oud from Afnan. This is the show-out of the video. Oddly enough, they were in order of how I'm rating them. That's weird the way that worked out. Because this is an 8.5 out of 10. It's another one that's great. Slightly better than Supremacy Noir because I can wear I see myself wearing this in more situations. Though still a relatively situational fragrance, I still think there's much more daily wear in colder months out of this than Supremacy Noir. Because like I said, this is more of a mass appealing, easier to wear type of oud fragrance. This is like, this is going to sound strange, but some of you will get where I'm coming from. Kind of like the blue fragrances, the blue fragrance of the oud fragrances is kind of how I've always looked at oud for greatness. Because it's one of the most easy and enjoyable to wear. It will pull some compliments. It's mainstream oud, basically, with niche quality, because it's a higher level fragrance house like Initio. So, and they seem to have nailed it here with Supremacy and oud from Afnan. This is damn good. Well, that's my first impressions on these 4 fragrances that I just picked up from Kingdom Fragrances. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried any of these? What have you tried? What do you think about it? Did any of these spark your interest? And you're like, oof, you get my nose on that. Full reviews to come on all of these. Some will take longer than others because there's other fragrances I have in line ahead of most of these. But more than likely, 2 of them are going to jump the line. Sillage and Supremacy and Oud are probably going to jump the line, and within the next short amount of time, 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks, depending on how much time I spend with them, probably in that range, 2 to 3 weeks from now, you should see some full reviews from them. That should give me plenty of time to spend with them. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these 4 and you give them a spray now, pretty confident you'll thank me later, because they're all fantastic. Have a good one, guys.